So apparently y'all like your free streaming services. At least that's the impression we got from our recent Cord Cutters News summer survey. Hi folks, and welcome to another topical deep dive. And for this video, we're not actually going to run through the list of your favorite free streaming services, and that's partly because we covered a lot of the same options back in our 2020 Cordy Awards roundup a while back, and we'll have a link to that video included down below in the video description. Instead, this time around, we thought we'd take a look at some of the services that earned some votes but couldn't quite crack the top 5 or so. These are the free streaming services that a few of your fellow cord cutters and streamers out there have checked out, but they might be new to you. And so, if you're looking to bolster your free streaming arsenal with some new options, we hope this list proves useful. These are your favorite under-the-radar free streaming services. But first, a few words about your top choices. Okay, like I said at the top, today we're not focusing on the free streaming services that topped the list during the Cord Cutters News Summer Survey 2021. Instead, we'll be discussing some of the slightly lesser known options out there and hopefully introducing more folks to these relatively hidden gems. But to recap, the top overall vote getters during our survey were YouTube, Pluto TV, the Roku channel, Tubi, IMDb TV, and Crackle. And if you haven't checked those out, by all means give them a shot. They're free to use after all. But the focus of this video is that next tier of selections just below the top performers. It's a realm filled with names you might have heard of, but maybe haven't actually tried out for yourself. But hey, maybe the time is right to branch out, so let's get into it, starting with Plex. First up on this under-the-radar list is Plex. Now, the Plex name itself has been around for quite a while now, but it added an ad-supported free streaming component back in late 2019. And since then, it's been building up its streaming lineup at a decent clip, including a trio of new channels earlier this month. In all, that brings Plex's live TV lineup to more than 180 channels, and that includes offerings like a channel dedicated to The Walking Dead, Shout TV, Game Show Central, the Bob Ross channel, and a selection of kid-friendly choices. And beyond the live TV selection, Plex also boasts a growing collection of ad-supported on-demand content, including some 20,000 TV show episodes and movies. And as you might expect, the lineup varies as time goes on, but at the time we recorded this video, some of the available titles included Django Unchained, Silver Linings Playbook, and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, among several others. As far as device support goes, Plex impresses. You get the expected Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV support, along with Android TV, Chromecast, web browsers, and a number of smart TVs. You can also find Plex apps on game consoles like the Xbox Series S and X consoles, as well as the PlayStation 5 and their prior generation counterparts. Xumo. Another long-running name, Xumo has been around since about 2011, although it recently changed ownership after Comcast stepped in to acquire the company back in February of 2020. And the service offers up a mix of ad-supported free content broken up into some expected categories. And here we're talking about options like news, which includes NBC News Now, ABC News Live, and CBSN, among others. You also get sports, food and drink, pop culture, and science and tech categories, to name just a few. In all, Xumo currently boasts over 190 channels within its lineup. And like other free streaming apps, there's an on-demand section to go along with its slate of live TV streaming choices. So on the on-demand side of Xumo, you get access to content broken up into similar categories like news, sports, etc. So if you selected, say, the ABC News Live on-demand option, you'd get access to recent news stories from around the world. Meanwhile, the PGA Tour channel grants you on-demand access to highlights from recent tournaments, player profiles, and more. And if you want to queue up Family Feud clips, there's a dedicated Family Feud channel in the entertainment section that should fit the bill. On the device support side, you get the expected inclusions like Roku, Fire TV, iOS, Android, and Android TV. There's also support for various smart TVs from makers like Samsung, LG, Vizio, and others. Hoopla. Okay, so Hoopla operates a little differently than most of the free streaming services out there. Essentially, it's a digital service offered through public libraries and allows those library systems to provide a variety of content to their patrons. And while that includes movies and TV shows like other free streaming services, it also includes other media like music, audiobooks, and ebooks. And one other perk to Hoopla is that its content library is not ad-supported, so if you've been looking for free streaming but want to avoid ads as much as possible, it's definitely worth taking a look. And as far as eligibility goes, you can check whether your local branch is supported by heading to the Hoopla page and registering. During that process, you can use your location to find local partnering libraries and find out which ones offer Hoopla. On the content side, the service offers a variety of older and newer titles, including films from the 1920s as well as more modern options like Hotel Artemis, Ip Man 4, and the recently released film The Swordsman. Hoopla currently supports Roku, Fire TV, Android TV, web browsers, Chromecast, and Apple TV. On the mobile side, there's support for iOS and Android, although there's currently no CarPlay or Android Auto support, which would be handy for music and audiobook content, but the Hoopla app does support Bluetooth playback at the very least. So if you maybe forgot how useful public libraries can be when it comes to discovering new content in a variety of mediums, it might be worth checking out Hoopla. Redbox. You know Redbox, right? Those are the red boxes you might find at your grocery store, 7-Eleven, or drugstore. Well, the company that built a name for itself with movie rental vending machines branched out into free live streaming back in February of 2020 with Redbox Free Live TV. Now, at the start, there were around 30 or so available channels, but that's since grown to more than 90 channels overall. And yes, some of the expected categories are present and accounted for here as well, including movies and TV, news, sports, and crime and scandal. That crime and scandal section, by the way, includes long-running favorites like Unsolved Mysteries and Forensic Files, while the kids and family area, unsurprisingly, caters to more family-friendly fare. The on-demand side includes rental options, something Redbox has long been associated with, but there's also a sizable slate of free options available to stream on demand. Device support is pretty robust, and it's expanded recently to include Samsung smart TVs. Overall, Roku, Chromecast, Android, and iOS devices are all supported, and while there's an Xbox app, there's currently no support for Fire TV, though we'll keep an eye out for that one. And in addition to the recently added Samsung support, smart TVs from Vizio and LG are among those that offer the Redbox app. Kanopy. Last but not least is Kanopy, and like Hoopla, this one's set up slightly differently than most traditional free streaming services. And by that we mean Kanopy leverages public libraries as well as participating universities. So instead of the end user paying to stream those titles, those costs are shouldered by the library or university. So if you're affiliated with an institution that takes part, you have access to a collection of award-winning films and documentaries like, say, Parasite and 8th Grade. And if you're wondering if your local library or university is on Kanopy's list, they've made it pretty easy to check. Just head over to their site and enter your zip code to see a list of local options. And we'll have a link to that page included down below in the video description. There's also a Kanopy Kids collection dedicated specifically to family-friendly content, and that's available through participating public libraries. On the device support side, Roku, Fire TV, Chromecast, and Apple TV all get the nod, as do Samsung Smart TVs and Android TV platforms. There's also iOS and Android support on the mobile side, as well as web browser support. The platform boasts more than 30,000 curated films in a variety of genres, and it was recently acquired by Overdrive. Now that's another platform that served up content for libraries and schools for years. Now Overdrive's reach has extended to over 2,300 libraries as of today, and it'll be interesting to see how the new ownership affects Kanopy's footprint, so stay tuned. Wrapping it all up. So there you go. Those were some of your top under-the-radar free streaming services for 2021. And as always, thank you for tuning in. And if you've given any of these options a shot before, feel free to sound off in the comment section down below and share your experiences so far. How did you like their overall content library? What did you think about the ads and their frequency? This is a chance to share your personal insights with your fellow cord cutters and streamers, so fire away. And of course, if there are other free options you want to share with the group, please do mention your under the radar picks as well. For now though, thank you all for tuning in once again. And before you leave, please do take a moment to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. We genuinely appreciate it, and it helps YouTube to recommend our content to more and more viewers, which helps us build a larger cord cutting community. And until next time, my name is Philip Palermo. We'll see you all next week. Take care.